Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Tiffany White, Sage Woman, and surprise! I know it's not live. I did not go live last evening, Sunday, July 24th, but this video is recorded the next day on the 25th. But I will put it into the time slot of my normal time slot. So the date will be for the 24th. For yesterday, 24th of July, even though this is recorded the next day. A lot of intense energies moving in, a lot of it. I mean, it just seems to be the norm now to talk about the crazy and ever increasing intense energies, right? Well, I guess it's the new norm. Oops, let me grab my crystal here. My crystal. All right. I want to share some things with you, and just let's see. So Saturday, the 23rd, is when the Lionsgate portal opened, and this is that time of the year. The Lionsgate portal opens. The Pleiades New Year. And and this Lionsgate portal stays open usually till mid-August, with the middle of this time frame, 8/8. We all know the powerful date 8/8, right? And so this is the reason why, So I was curious though, in asking my guides, my divine team and committee. I asked my committee. So if we're in this transformation phase, we're ascending, at what point does the portal not close anymore? Does the portal stay open? And they said that a lot of portals that would open annually or at certain times, a lot of them are remaining open, maybe if not at 100%. They are the last several years, if they close, they're not really closing, they're just shrinking a little, not completely closing. So it's a phasing. They're letting us get used to these energies. And so we're in powerful times to where these portals don't have to close anymore. And the reason for them being open and active is for us to have communication with our star families. So yes, and to let them beam in their beautiful high vibrational frequencies for us all, to help us to remember who we truly are. All right. So that being said, before I get into it, let me go ahead and give my website is whitesagewoman.com. That's whitesage, SAGE, woman.com, whitesagewoman.com. All right. So a reason I didn't have my show last night was there was a lot of increased energies. I actually woke up Saturday morning kind of feeling a little off, and we have to be very careful with our movements. And so, and then I feel like the right side of my brain, there was like an electrical storm going on. So, and I don't know if this is everyone or if this is just me, because I did experience an electric shock from the earth and from faulty wiring or ungrounded wiring when I was 14, and then turned around and had a major concussion the next year, or within a year's time. I had electric shock for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then a major concussion. I was out for a week. I was in bed a week. So with in that whole year's time. So when I feel things, energy, sometimes if they're very intense, and it was with the right side of my body. So that right side of my head is like an electrical storm going on, and it really. Um, I always thought I had in the past suffered from severe migraines, but it's electrical energy that we're not properly processing, where we don't know how to make this energy slow down. And so I get it when I feel that way. There's a lot more energy coming in, and I have to slow down, slow down, slow down. But it's a weekend, and we want to get stuff done. So Saturday, my oldest son had came over, and he was helping my husband with some projects inside, and I was outside doing a little bit of, very little, because the heat wave that we have here, very little. Playing with the plants, the gardens, deadheading, removing dead leaves, things like that. And then watered really, really good. Well, when I go outside, I'm barefooted. So my feet were wet, which seems to be the case when I was electrocuted. My feet were wet. Anyway, so my feet were wet and I was running all around. And I'm like, oh, I need to get some water. And I was like, all right, I'll go inside and get some water in just a moment. The mailman came and gave me a package. And so I was going to take the package inside. And so the side entrance to our house, there's a landing. You walk in, there's a landing, and you can take 4 steps up into our kitchen. Or to the right is steep steps down to the basement. And so I hit the landing. I was trying to hit the mat, but the mat slid. And I don't know if it was because half my foot, it was wet, so it pushed the wood flooring underneath. It made it slippery. So I ended up just like surfing this mat, and I twisted my body somehow, twisting because I was trying to stay directed, fall up the stairs into the kitchen. And so that's exactly what I did. And so I landed, you'll probably see some bruising here. Yeah. So my wrist right here, I might be able to see I think the red spot's going away now, but I landed like this right here. My knees are all scraped up, and but what's really interesting is, you remember when you fall? It's kind of like it just happens so fast. You're like, whoa, what happened? You're standing up, and then oh, look, I fell. This was very strange because as I was falling, it was like snapshots of what was happening. It was like, click a shot, click, 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 click. Like I could see every phase of it, but it was like frozen, click, 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 frozen. But I also knew that I had to turn my body, make sure my body, twist my body to fall up. Because had I gone to the right and fall down the stairs to the basement, it might be a different story. So I'm very grateful that, yes, my body's in pain right now, but it would be in a lot more pain if I went the other way and fell down the stairs instead of up the stairs. So, anybody else ever fallen up the stairs before? Woo! Welcome to the club. All right. so, so Saturday, that's how I was feeling off here. So now I'm like, oh, okay. And when something happens, the adrenaline is going, that you really don't feel it until days later. So when you get into any type of accident, and you need to, like if it's a car accident, this must be for somebody because this information is coming through. Even car accidents, and it's like you don't need to exchange insurance information because you feel fine. Oh no. Day 2, day 3 is when it really hits you. And so here I am on day 2, and it was worse than yesterday as far as when I twisted my back. So my back muscles, my lower back, it's okay. I know how to put myself in the quantum healing bed and heal myself. But it's a process. So, and then yesterday it was, my body was sore, and then the electrical storm in my head was just brewing up. And because you have that sensitivity to light, I didn't want to be around any electronics. I stay away. And so that's why I didn't have my show last night. And I put myself in my quantum healing bed last night, and called in my healers, my ancestor healers, my personal medicine people and shamans, and my star families, the quantum healers, called them in. And I could feel, I knew that they were working on me. And plus, to those who did know I wasn't having a show, and all the loved ones, thank you, who did send me some healing and loving energies my way. It helps. It really does. So thank you for amplifying that energy. It really does work. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. What was really interesting, though, is that I came across something that just, don't you love how everything just comes together? So I'm asking questions as to what's going on with my committee, and with my divine committee. And there are a lot more high energies and strange or different effects. I'm going to read from my journal now. So let's see. Oh, yes, I've also been burping more. Crazy. Burping the last week and getting hiccups. I haven't had hiccups in years. I'm like, what in the world is going on? I feel like a little kid burping and hiccuping. You know, I'm feeling more vibrational frequencies and energy all around me, even at night when I'm sleeping. I'm seeing more flashes of light and orbs. And so, and also, too, it's your eyes. My eyes have been sensitive. Sometimes they're very sensitive to the light, and sometimes they're fine. So it's just, it doesn't last long. Whatever we're going through, these ascension symptoms, it doesn't last too long, does it? So let's see. I also noticed that I've been isolating myself a little bit more than usual. And if I don't have to go out in public, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Can I order something online? Order. All right. You know, I'm doing fine. Um, and it's really just to help maintain my energy and keep my frequencies high vibrating. And when I say that it's isolating too, we'll also be very more selective over what we are exposing ourselves to, social media wise, news wise, anything like that. I mean, I don't watch the news on TV. I don't watch TV. There's shows that we record off of different stations, channels, whatever, and we may use the TV to watch it, but we're not watching the major networks. We're not watching, all of that. So, but you're even being even more careful with it. It's like, no, what kind of information I want to expose myself to. And that's why I felt like I'm in an electrical storm. Now, this was last week, so this was before this weekend. This was like midweek last week when I wrote this. And yes, I do feel like I was in an electrical storm, and that came through big time. So I was guided to read a newsletter that ended up in my mailbox from Energetic Synthesis. It's by Lisa Renee. So it's energeticsynthesis.com. I will put the link in the bottom of the video, the YouTube video, and probably in the description. If I upload this video to other platforms, I will make sure that I include this link in the description so you can go check the website out and check out the July newsletter. It's a very, very long. I'm only just picking a couple of pieces that resonates with what we're talking about here. Okay. So there's a part that said, let's see, here's some of the highlights. As part of this control of this planet, an artificial global net system had a toxic byproduct, an unnatural ozone layer that generates assorted interference on how photonic light reaches into the layers of the Earth or Taurus atmosphere. All right, so Earth, our ET family, our star family, it's called into just everyone beyond this realm, this planet. It's there's three names. The third density name is Earth. We call it. The fifth density is Terra, and the seventh is Gaia. So depending on what ET or star family remembers this planet, but a lot of them, and since we're going to the fifth density, it's Terra. So we're Terrans, really. Just get you um, used to hearing that. Let's say that. So, and when I say the bad control, yes, the let's see, the not so friendly ET, non-human ETs that were controlling humanity, they have been removed last I think spring of 2021. All right, but they did a lot of manipulation, not with just with us, with this planet, this biosphere, and they put in a false ionosphere, which reversed everything is reversal, energy reversal. Um, so it reverses the magnetics. So now the cosmic mother's supermagnetism manifests, and that artificial net falls. The ozone layer creates is also shifting and will probably dissolve, at which point that controlled media will likely alert the public of the dangerous states of the holes appearing in the ozone layer. So watch out for this. When it's dissolving, when it's done dissolving or dissolving at a very fast rate in the media, they're all panicking. False news. Let's see. False flag. Nope. The ozone layer is changing, is transforming. Science tells us that the ozone layer acts as a sunscreen from the sun's powerful ultraviolet rays. In actuality, it is an artificially created interference layer for false magnetism combined with the toxic chemtrails to divert solar plasmatic codes that potentially activate dormant human DNA. Know that these controlling non human beings, strands of DNA, is much lower than ours. But even let's go back to what they consider the gods, Anunnaki. They were 6 strands of DNA. How many strands of DNA do we have? Altogether, we have 12. 10 have been dormant, and we have 2. Now, I know a lot of people go, oh, messing with our DNA, that's against God. And yeah, well, but you have to understand that when there is a lot of genetics, there is a lot of DNA manipulation for good, but there is also for bad. And that's what was exposed to us. So the 10 strands that were dormant are being reactivated now. All right, it's that all the false inverted energies, the inverted fake magnetism, everything that's going to come back online to bring us back to our power, 12 strands of DNA. Okay, so it's kind of like, and I'm just don't know how to put this. I'm going to just put it this way. It's like the peasants overcoming the palace with the king, the queen, and all of their staff, so to speak. All right, and taking them over, brainwashing them. They forget who they are, and they're telling them they're lower than them, and then they control them. This is exactly what happened to us. We have more divinity and sovereignty in our DNA than those that were trying to control us. So rise up, humans, rise up. All right? So as the planet is in her solar symbiosis ascension cycle, the failing and fallen controllers are especially aggressive with all things relating to the sun. They generate fearful propaganda to control the masses. Thus, the widespread media publishing papers on the destruction of the ozone layer is largely a psychological operation, a psyop, by those controlling the mainstream sciences to promote fear of the sun and sunlight to the masses. Sunlight is radiant energy frequency that commands or stabilizes gene expression. So thus it becomes clearer that the quantum of light is the universe's way of transforming packets of intelligent energy into the consciousness of the planetary species. All right, and that's the end of quoting the newsletter now. So that was, I'm done with that. Some of that I added my own little expressions, and I'm sure y'all know me well enough to know where I inserted that. Okay, let me get some water here. So humid. I know a lot of you aren't used to seeing me with my hair up. It's so humid. If I take my hair down, it's all poofy. It's like poof, poofy humid hair. So I'm trying to get it calm. All right. So this explains how I, or maybe we have been feeling. How many have been feeling that way? So who are these falling controllers going to blame the holes of the ozone on? Elon Musk, rockets tearing, holes in the ionosphere. These rockets he's shooting up for Starlink. A so-called alien invasion. Wow. Let's wait and see. Let's not wait. All right. So another tidbit. This is a lot of information was coming in. So, and this was last month. I know exactly now, like a month. June 24th of 2022. You add that was the 666 day. 18, which is a 9, is known for the day of the Nativity, June 24th, by John the Baptist, or the birth of John the Baptist on St. John's Day. This is a high-ranking public worship feast that's celebrated in the Roman Catholic, Anglican, Eastern Orthodox, and Lutheran churches. It was very interesting. Now, we will see. No, we will soon know. We will soon know the truthful events about John the Baptist and his true role in hidden human history. Just put that down, mark it down as a little side note. Okay, thank you. So, I've also been, along with feeling all these changes in the body. So last week, the beginning of the week, I was feeling like, that there's changes. You can actually feel like your veins hurt, like there's something going on in your blood. You can feel. Those who are very sensitive, and we need to have this conversation and connection with our bodies. I asked my divine committee, my team, for more information on why I felt like from the waist down, I felt like my veins were being worked on. I just took this as part of healing, as part of ascension. I do have varicose veins. They've never hurt though, and and that's why they started to not hurt, but I started to feel like they had pressure. So my team had said that the higher frequencies are coming in fast and intense. Solar plasma activations are greatly impacting our core skeletal structure, such as our bones, our teeth, our skin, and the thin sheath of fibrous tissue enclosing a muscle or an organ. So our bones are resonators, frequency resonators that are able to conduct frequencies throughout our inner physical body, our bodies. Okay, so these intense higher density frequencies may change our bone and blood as we ascend, as we transform. So we're going up these densities. This can feel very strange. It may include these types of sensations and experiences. So see if you've experienced any of these. The sensation that your bones hurt, like they are being hollowed out. Deep aching in the bones, your joints or muscles. Inner organs or bones feeling like they are being squeezed tightly. It's just this pressure you can't explain. An awareness of bone or blood changes in the pelvis area, thighs and legs. Aha, right there. And even some intense, unexplained physical issues. Don't panic or worry. Put fear out of your mind and consciousness. Conserve your energy. Be gentle with yourself and rest. This is a massive solar wave of frequencies needed for our ascension. Humanity, all beings on this biosphere, this planet, our Earth, Tara, Gaia aspects as well. Allow the process to flow with grace and ease while asking your body and your higher self and your guidance team what you can do to assist your body during these powerful and intense stages of the solar plasma activation and integration. The primary solid crystal in our physical body is our bone structure and acts as the main circuit, so to speak, for our whole body. Have you ever heard that? I've never heard anyone in the medical field tell me that our bones are crystalline. Wow. So don't rush and panic to the doctor or medical practitioner unless you feel it is a true medical emergency. You don't want to have any unnecessary surgeries or procedures that will make this process feel even more painful. All right. Give your body the TLC and support it needs through natural herbal remedies, homeopathics, high nutrient foods, drinking plenty of water, and resting. And so that is a lot of great information that has been coming through. And I know that it resonates with a lot of us. And just, yeah, just with a lot of us. And I'm hearing more and more people having kind of like the similar type of things. And so we can feel dizzy. So if we feel dizzy, and that was the thing, and I was kind of having a little dizzy moment too, which is why Saturday I need to come in and maybe get some water because I was feeling a little dizzy. And I should have gone slower at that time. When you feel when you feel dizzy, go slower. Be very careful, especially if you're anywhere near stairs. Okay. Oh my goodness. So, all right. Let's see. So the Schumann resonance today is 65 high, 52 low, still high. That 52 low is still high. Woo, very high, 65. And so I'm glad I'm feeling so much better this morning. And like I said, it's a process. Some of the things do not last very long. So just be patient, like I said, and with yourself and with everyone else. It's kind of hard. At least start with yourself. Patience can be hard, but if you start with patience with yourself, then remember what happens within, what you create within, does manifest outside. So it gets easier to have patience with others when you have patience with yourself. So let's keep that in mind. Aha. A great quote I had come across: the foolish man seeks happiness in the distance, outside of us. The wise grows it under his feet, grounding up into us within. Ooh, yeah. We ground to go within. That's by James Oppenheim, the poet, novelist, and editor from the late 1800s and early 1900s. So very nice. Very good reminder. I love these reminders. We need these. Okay, so let me see what else I wanted to talk about here. I think I made a list. Oh, yes, just let me talk a little bit real quick about some production info here. Now, all of the shows, Goldylocks Productions, when you're watching the replay, and this is going to be uploaded. So when you're watching this, there's a new feature. There's a feature down there now that has a heart and it has a dollar sign in it and it says thanks. This is where you can donate to any of the shows and replay. So usually what used to happen, or in the past before they made this change, it was you could only donate during the live show if you were in the live chat, and you can make those donations. So now, if you can't be a part of the live chat, the live show, you can donate if you so feel inspired to do so. You can donate by clicking on that. It's the heart with a dollar sign in the middle, and it says thanks by that. So the little emoji with the heart, dollar sign, thanks. If you click on that, that's where you can donate for any of the replays. So just wanted to mention that. Because sometimes they just put these new features on, and if you're not paying attention, or it's kind of like, what's this, So it's pretty cool. So tomorrow, Tuesday, July 26th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our VIP show. It's the Spiritual View. It's normally exclusively only for our VIPs, but we are going to make it public tomorrow so that the public can get an inside peek as to the perks that our VIPs receive. So please tune into that if you can. Again, if you can't watch it live, you can watch the replay, and then you can consider whether you would like to join. Our VIPs are through the Goldylocks Productions Patreon, and also right here through YouTube, um, and the YouTube community. So either way, please just join one because they have the same perks. All right. And just let you know that second option, that second tier option, let's see, on Patreon it's $10. On YouTube community it's $9.99. You get more perks, and that perk is that during the live, during the live VIP shows, but it's a private, it's locked down to our VIPs only who get to watch it. You That second tier VIPs gets messages. We give you messages, and so that's really nice. And you don't have to be present. We just give you a message, and you can listen to it whenever you can. So that's another perk for our second tier VIPs. And the first ones, $2.99 to the $3, you get to just join into these exclusive shows and anything else that we come up with, because we're always creating and changing things. So we appreciate all our viewers, all our listeners, our VIPs, and our sponsors. Which is, if you wanted to sponsor any of the shows, you could sponsor one show, multiple shows, however you would like to do that. Very, very affordable for your small business owner. Contact me and we can have a conversation about that. All right. So let's see, just marking everything off. And if I don't have this list, it's like, forget it. And so let's see if there was anything else that, yes. The most important thing right now we can do is to stay in a place of non-judgment, stay in a place of divine love, come together as one. So here's the thing. How many of you loved watching Star Wars or Star Trek? You love seeing all the different types of ETs that there are. They look different. Yes, we do have star families that are human looking, all right? But there's other ETs out there that do not have like a human form. They look different. They're different colors. They're different. Even the human form ones can have different skin, different colors. And they all live together as much as possible. It's peace and harmony. Okay? And they contain evil a different way and not let it run rampant the way that it had on this earth. And we're going to learn all of this as we are ascending and opening up, and the amnesia drops off, and we awaken to things that have been suppressed from us. All right. So if you were an ET and you saw how we all treated each other all across this planet, I'm not talking about, all this division, countries. Now even states are going to turn states against each other in this country, turn countries against countries. So much warring, so much separation. We're going to put it in this category. Now we're going to take another category from this category, make subcategories. And they keep breaking it down. So much division. All right. We got to stop with all that. Just stop. Stop. If we truly want to embrace one another, regardless of how we look, what we believe in, whatever. All right. This is very necessary. Very necessary. We need to come together on this source frequency of love. Rise up. We want and demand peace. We demand sovereignty. We demand, you know, our birthright of freedom from all control. And we need to show there's a lot of ETs, Galactic Federation of the Worlds. We need to show them that we can come together, unified as a planet, and say, yes, we want to designate this Earth, Tara, Gaia space as a peaceful realm. All right? And it's not so far away. If you can't see that, you're too busy looking down at the third density. You're too busy in this third density or in the third density stuff. Rise up to it. This is why I was always given meditate, 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 because our higher self is 12th density, and where our guardian angel or this big light being is with our higher self. And so exercise, the more that you do that, the higher in density you go, higher. That's the light beings. We're getting lighter, and going up in the densities. So how many, even those that have talked to spirit, they have to learn how to communicate again, because the third density is just that, so thick, so dense. All right. And heavy. So gonna get all of that behind us and rise up, make yourself lighter, get into that feeling, and don't let the word meditation stump you either. Reconnect with nature, reconnect with animals. There's a lot of people I know who connect better with animals than with animals in nature than they do other beings, but we all need to connect and come together and move in the same direction. Move in that same direction. Not be so pulled apart. And, so yeah. You are more than your labels that have been created, whether society created them, whether you created them, whether your life experiences created them. We go inside and we know that we are a child of the divine, that of source, and we all deserve better, don't you think? Yeah, absolutely. We don't have to be so stressed out and under so much control and enslaved. We've all been enslaved. All right, we all have been enslaved. And how interesting that they want to take that away from them and kind of, but this group of people made these people slaves. This. Guess what? We all, as soon as you understand and realize that all of the humans on this planet have been enslaved, and they just turn us on each other constantly. Let's just stop this foolishness. Say no more. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Those controllers, they said was like only 1%. It's getting lower and lower and lower and lower. And you can see, if you go on different media networks, what's happening globally. Many citizens, many people of Earth, our sisters and brothers, are rising up and saying no. No to controlling governments. No to anything controlling, anything that hurts and harms and violates us. All right? So come together. Just, yes, go into that sacred space. Feel things through. And it's interesting too. Oh yes, this morning I want to show you this video what I recorded this morning. Is really, really interesting. So more of the sunlight's coming through, more activations are coming through, or being activated. Source codes are in, the grand central sun, through the suns. It's coming in through us now. All of these high frequencies are coming in through us. So I wanted to share with you something I recorded this morning. So I will show that now.
The sun behind the clouds. It's gonna rain. Look at that. Isn't that it? Amazing. It's beautiful.
Isn't that amazing? That was beautiful. You get out there early enough with sunrise, you can look right at the sun. And just all of that energy. It was like, it just, did you see multiple orbs? Did you see just, what did you see? What did you feel? Isn't it, oh, it feels so good. Reverse it and watch it again if you need to. Blow it up, whatever. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you all. And just, so this was this morning, early morning, when I go outside and do my blessings to this land and to all the elements and all of nature and animals and to every living being. And then this morning I listened to Reverend Lee Chapin's Mary Magdalene Monday mornings at 11 a.m. She has transmissions from Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, their teachings, their messages, and they're also very nice. It was where it just is just where you're guided to go, right? Okay, and you listen to it this morning, and we're talking about the sun and the heat wave that everyone's going through, and it's all very necessary. The and that it's all part of being activated, the sun and the heat. And I was just like listening to this, and I'm like, you know what? Yes, as we sweat, what does sweat do? Making everybody sweat. I know it's uncomfortable. We don't like to, ooh, I sweat. Ooh, do I offend? The thing is that it's a natural way for our body to detox, get rid of things that no longer serve us on a physical sense. So now we have all this light coming in. Aha, it says working with our DNA. And then now we're sweating out. We're releasing, we're purging from our pores, we're purging from our bodies more stuff that's inside our bodies, releasing the toxins in our bodies. So as we purge things emotionally that don't serve us anymore, old memories, things stop living in the past. It's done. It's over. We're here right now, and we're purging. Our body's purging. We purge emotionally and mentally, and wow, it's very powerful, isn't it? And so our bodies are purging in this heat wave. Let it be. Drink more water. Drink more water. Stay hydrated. And just keep being a kind living being. Keep being, one, again, that vibrates that source frequency of love. And the best picture I always love to give is the lighthouse. You are that divine lighthouse. All right, let that light shine out, that source frequency of love out in all directions, all directions. You're not running to anyone trying to change them. The lighthouse doesn't go anywhere. You let others come to you. Unfortunately, of course, the white light or that bright light does attract others who just want to bring us down. But you keep shining because they can't stand their own reflection. So just like, oh yeah, okay, I see you. I know it. Little mosquito, go away. Go, go, go. Nope. All right. Nope. 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 We're swatting mosquitoes. Not gonna bite me. I'm not gonna let you irritate me. I'm not giving you any energy. No. Right? And stay focused on peace. Stay focused on love. Whatever. I think peace scares a lot of people. It really does. So think about, for you, no more stress, being calm, having everything you need abundant in all areas of your life. Yes, we have been taken so far away from it that we don't believe it exists, but it does. It does. Believe it, know it. It is happening. It is happening. And more people are waking up and realizing that we have been lied to, we have been deceived, and no more of this. No more. All right? Okay, so my special guest on July 31st, the last Sunday and day of the month, of this month. Woo, July's getting ready to go. July's getting closer to being in the rearview mirror, isn't it? My special guest next week, and I'm so excited to have him on, is Robert Earl White from the Order of Light. So I want you to check out his YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you can check out his YouTube channel. I should put this description too. Let me just make a note though. I will in the descriptions to put to put links. Okay. For this video, to put the link. So I will put this link to him so that you can most definitely check him out. Check him in the shows out that he has. Okay. And then you will be able to know who he is, but you're going to get to know him a little bit more on a personal level, because we're going to have fun. Going to have fun interviewing him. I want y'all to think of some questions that. So check out his website. Let me put that back. His YouTube channel. I'm gonna put that back up there again. It's Robert Earl White, Order of Light on YouTube. Okay, I do believe if you just type in Order of Light, you'll come to him. But his name is Robert Earl White, White. Yes, he does have the same last name as I do, as me. We're cousins. We're probably cousins. Anyway, all right. So be sure to check his channel out, watch his shows, catch a couple of them. If you have any questions, you can watch the show live and ask him, or if you're not sure you're going to make the show, then just send me the questions and I'll ask. Okay. And so there we go. Woohoo! All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this show, this makeup show. But it's you see the energies are just become more intense. Just stay in that sacred heart center. Stay in the sacred place. That do what you need to do. Listen to music. Listen to 432, 528. You know, the Hertz type of music, the Solfeggio tones. Go through all of them. Tibetan bowls, whatever, sound healing, most definitely in the music, and do more of that. And just watch how you're vibrating. Pay attention to how you're vibrating. We all need to know the status of our aura, of the luminous energy field around us. We all know what the aura is. We need to, can you feel it? Have you felt how far you can push it out? Can you scan it to see if there's anything that's not yours and that you need to get rid of, or return to sender? Unhook this, return to sender. This isn't mine, return to sender. Bye-bye now. Okay? My dog agrees. All right, so be sure to tune in next Sunday, July 31st, where my special guest again will be Reverend Earl White. So thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to leave your comments below. And so my dog is saying goodbye. And he loves each and every one of you, right, Ty? All right. Many blessings to each and one of you.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments. Then head over to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. With the huge selection of shows, the fun doesn't have to end.